You want to talk about inspiring others? I got in a push-up contest today with a guest at work. And we closed early for Super Bowl Sunday today. Don't ask me why, I'm just blessed that we do. Anyway, I was sweeping my section and I overhear one of my last tables. Well, this is exactly how their conversation went. It was two couples, one of them had a teenager, one of them had a little kid. And the two guys, the two older gentlemen were talking, and one of them says to the other, "Man, do you remember when you used to have man boobs?" And he goes, "What? I never had man boobs." And then I was a little far away, so I didn't hear the rest. But I got a little closer, and they were kind of talking about how they used to be more consistent in the gym. And then the teenage son chimes in and starts talking about, all you have to do is work out, man. Come on, it's not that hard. And then this kid starts talking about how many push-ups he did last year in high school. So I overhear this and I'm like, so I guess this kid was kind of talking about how he said he didn't have time to work out anymore. So when I go to pick up his dirty plate, I'm like, hey, I will give you $20 if you can beat me in a push-up contest. And at first he was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, look, man, either way you win. Either you get in a good workout, or you get in a good workout and you get $20. And his parents are like, go on, man, come on. They're like pushing him to do it. He finally agrees. And I look at him, I'm like, look, I'll even make this more fair. I'll do incline push-ups and you can do regular. Now, our work uniform at the restaurant I work at, we wear a long sleeve black collared shirt and a tie, dress pants. So these people have no idea what their son has just gotten himself into. So I put my feet up on this bench and we start going, and I'm moving fluently, as you could probably guess. His dad looks at me and goes, "Oh fuck," which honestly was the coolest thing for me to hear as a young 21-year-old. That felt pretty cool to hear, especially since I used to be obese. Hearing that, because I used to look at people who could do push-ups like that the same way, you know. So I start going, and you know, he's got a pretty good pace. He's going for a while, and he finally starts slowing down. Now, I just kept his pace. I stopped counting. I was just like, I'm just gonna stop when he stops. And one of the dudes looks at me and he goes, "Dude, he's slowing down on purpose." Cause if I do too many, then like I lose track of how many I'm ahead. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just keep the pace, and I'll just do one more, you know. Cause like I wanted to win. I didn't want to lose $20. What my goal was to do was to inspire this kid, and man, this kid pushed himself to failure. So I like to tell people that I like to train where if people are watching me, I want them to be like, that's his last rep. And then I want them to watch me do 5 more. That was this kid. I was watching him and I was like, all right, that's his last rep. And then he literally did 5 more reps. And dude, his body was shaking. He was on the ground going, I could see his vascularity popping out everywhere. He was kind of a skinnier build, a skinnier guy. He wasn't me starting out over here 280 pounds. And man, of course I still beat him, even though I was doing incline push-ups. But holy shit, I still gave him the $20 because he deserved it, man. he put that set he did put a smile on my face. Not a lot of people will push themselves like that. And this kid did it on the spot, in front of people, on the ground, in a restaurant, outside. And our patio is in the front, where the parking lot and the street is. He didn't care. But I wanted this kid to remember that experience. I wanted to inspire him to get back in the gym again, start making some gains. When he's all big and jacked, I want him to remember why he started, and I want him to remember this push-up contest. Plus, at the end of the day, it was fun for me as well. I mean, I couldn't do anything until they left anyway, so I was like, you know what, while they're here, I might as well have some fun. And, well, I thought it was fun. Everyone started gathering and cheering, and my parents were like, well, what does your manager think about this? Dude, I went and told my manager, and he's like, did you win? And I was like, I won. And then it's even cooler to say that I did incline, but also, there's no hierarchy. You know, like, yeah, there's obviously gonna be a strength gap here. I've been training consistently for over 2 years, and this kid is 16, probably, you know, does a little workout in athletics during the season, and then probably just be chilling the rest of the year. He's on a different level. That's not a bad thing, you know? Like, of course it's cool that I've gotten to the point where I can beat somebody in a push-up contest, doing incline push-ups while they do regular. But I literally have put myself in a position where I can do that. And you can't hold other people to your expectations. Like, I'm not saying that anybody else is less of a person because they can't do what I do. You know, I'm not less of a person if I can't do something cool that somebody else can do. You always got to remember, as much as you can do, or that other people can do, or that other people are perhaps better than you at something, at the end of the day, we're all people first. You know, as good as I am at skating or lifting or acting, at the end of the day, I'm a person. You're a person. We're all people. You know, there's no hierarchy. And I'll tell you right now, people who are fitter than you will never judge you for trying to become more fit. The people who are, I can actually speak on this one, the people who are better at you than skating, we do not judge the rental skaters for how bad they skate. Because we know that, like, that's where you start, because we were them, you know? Plus, like, nobody wants to go somewhere and get made fun of. That's no fun. And we want to build this community, so we want them to be excited to come skate no matter what skill level they're at. And whatever thing or hobby that you like to do, if there's a community to it, be inclusive. You know, even if somebody might not do something in the same way you do, or you guys might not 100% agree on a certain thing, one thing that you guys can agree on is y'all both like this one thing, even if y'all do it differently. You know, at the end of the day, we're all just people. But that's all I got for today. By the way, Seahawks won. I know in my last video, I was like, put in the comments who would win. And then I didn't get to upload the video till like 8 p.m. because I was gone all day. You know, I was at work doing push-up contests. But, sorry, spoilers. Kind of boring game. Nothing happened until fourth quarter. But anyway, I might talk more about this tomorrow. I'll see you guys.